We out here to help our families, our brothers and our sisters, but y'all don't understand that.
We are the real men in this world.
Right.
Real men take care of their kids.
Right.
Real men work and provide and don't sell drugs to their community.
Right.
What truth do our people know? What truth do they know? Do they know the truth about cooking up crack? Do they know the truth about scamming on credit cards, fraud? Do they know the truth about perming their hair or getting wigs? Do they know the truth about how to roll a blunt? Do they know the truth about false religions, false beliefs, Islam, Rastafarianism? Anything that's outside of this Bible, our people love that evil stuff. We're here for our community. That's what people got to understand. Nobody should be scared of us because we have Bibles.
Right.
Y'all understand, brothers? Look at the young man falling on the floor, sis. You see that? We out here to help our families, our brothers and our sisters, but y'all don't understand that. Read that.
God, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Where does that quote come from? From Christ. He said that. Why would he have to tell people that knew who they were? Meaning, they knew they were the Jews. They knew what tribes they came from. They knew their nationality. Why would he have to tell them, you're going to know the truth, and it's going to make you free?
Right.
What truth do our people know out here? Any of you people, Dunkin' Donuts, anybody that's out here, what truth do our people know? What truth do they know? What truth do they know? Do they know the truth about cooking up crack? Do they know the truth about scamming on credit cards, fraud? Do they know the truth about perming their hair or getting wigs? Do they know the truth about how to roll a blunt? Do they know the truth about false religions, false beliefs, Islam, Rastafarianism? Anything that's outside of this Bible, our people love that evil stuff. But why would Christ have to tell people you shall know the truth? Why?
Because he was going to send people out here to make sure that they, so they won't be no excuse.
What was Moses doing? What was Noah doing? Telling our people the truth and trying to save them. What y'all think we out here for? What about you, sis? What we out here for? See, a lot of our people are caught up in the truth on their phone.
Right.
The truth in social media.
Right.
The truth about a club. The truth about a dude that has a certain shoe size or that can offer them something. They don't understand that they're not living life. They're deceived with this false reality that's out here. You see these kids running around here? Any of y'all parents, how are you supposed to raise a kid?
Your mama. Come here.
Give me an example before you go. How should you raise a kid? Proverbs 22:6. It can be anything you want. Because our grandparents taught us, right? We learned on the TV. I used to watch the Cosby Show, for example. So I learned some things watching the Cosby Show. Maybe that's how you raise a family. But how do we do that?
Right.
If we look around, just look around the community, look on the block, look on the corner. These kids gonna grow up to do what? Can anybody talk to us? Y'all gotta understand, we out here for our people. Right. What are these kids gonna grow up to do? How many of them going to jail? What would you say, sir? How many of our kids gonna grow up and go to jail? What percent? Give me a quick percent. A quick percentage before you go. How many kids you think are grow up and go to jail? 8%. How many of them gonna end up being homosexuals? He said 8% going to jail. How many gonna be homosexuals? About 40%. How many of them are gonna end up being in a job, working a so-called 9 to 5, and they're gonna get to a point in their life where they're stressed, like, yo, this is what life is about? I gotta keep working to make ends meet and pay bills? How many of our people are gonna go through that? So if he said it shall make you free, were they free?
are we free? Give me Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. So what we're doing is using what's going on today to let our people know we are the same as y'all.
Right.
But we just doing research on our history, what they did to us.
Right.
Isn't it important that they used to put women like you, that are beautiful sisters, in zoos? You know that?
Right there.
We in Mount Vernon, right? How far is the Bronx from Mount Vernon? It ain't far. The Bronx Zoo had sisters in it. You know why? Because our sisters got curves, right? They had little kids in the zoo. You see this sister right here? That could have been your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. That's messed up, ain't it? So what are we here to do? To tell our people historically, all of the stuff that happened to us is written in the Bible, but what happened? They made organized religion and they taught us wrong. So people that grew up in the hood, they like, yo, them dudes that got Bibles, that go to church, that wear shoes, they soft. That ain't us. We are the real men in this world.
Right.
Real men take care of their kids.
Right.
Real men work and provide and don't sell drugs to their community.
Right.
What's going on?
Different pictures. They got
If you ask any of these kids, they might say that that's Jesus also. That's how we was raised. That's why we said Jesus said you're going to know the truth and it's going to make us free. What do you have in your hand right there? Revelation 101. Huh?
Yeah.
Who is Juice? What he going to be? Is he a prince? He going to be a king? So, prince, right? You see this word right here? That means prince and princesses, Israel. So we got to know that we Israelites, we princes that got power with God.
Right.
And what he look like? What does God look like? And his son Christ. Let's read Revelations 1. So we're going to show you why we got these two pictures next to each other. Let's go.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
Now, why are we reading out the Bible? Because it's the only book ever written that shows you your history and it shows you what's going to happen in the future. So we got to know, we're going to teach our children that Christ was a dark man.
Right.
That God, the Most High God that rules the heavens, that sets up everything that happens. Even when your kids get shot down in the street, when they go to jail, when you suffer, you bang your knee, you got a headache. God controls everything that goes on in this world. And he is a dark man as well. Read on.
Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants.
So we read that Christ said the truth is going to make you free. Free from what? Free from the lies and how that young man said that's how we grew up. That's what we learned. We're going to be free from all the nonsense that we learned in his life. So now we read it in Revelation, it means to reveal. It's revealing the truth about a lot of things. This book reveals the truth about what God looks like. It reveals the truth about what Christ looks like. It reveals the truth about the kingdom of heaven.
What's required from us as his people to do.
Yes, but why didn't we know that before?
Indoctrination.
So how are we going to decide, now that we're hearing this, are we going to decide to keep being indoctrinated? Is that what we're going to do? One of the things we need to know the truth about is that. Because a lot of our people are caught up in that. You see a lot of people that so-called Puerto Rican, so-called Hispanic, they do the false sign of the cross, they kiss up to God, they have the rosaries, they have the candles with what? False images on them. Christ was never a so-called white man. There's no such thing as a white person. There's no such thing as a black person. You have on black pants, there's nobody that color. You have white in the the Yankee emblem, and nobody's white. These are semantics, but little things like that are big because our people get fooled with them. Read on.
And false prophets.
False teachers. All of these churches that ask for people's money, that distort the Bible and don't teach our people. Why don't they teach our people something as simple as in the Bible, it tells you where you're from? If your last name is Rodriguez, Smith, Pierre, Magatage, those are slave last names. Am I lying? So how could our names mean something when these people did this to us and gave them to us. That's one of the things that slipped by people understanding. You have a license, you got an ID card with a slave name on it. That's why he said you gotta know the truth. That's what makes you free. Yeah, we don't have these shackles on us anymore because they're in our brains right now. That's why we're not free, because we don't understand the truth and how important it is.
Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless. Scan that QR code that you will see on the screen. Because guess what? We trying to push this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Let's push this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Stop playing games.
Make sure you subscribe to all our channels. We're pushing the truth.
Make sure you subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Stop playing games.
Real quick on history. We ruled King Solomon, King David, the Hasmonean dynasty. Those are the people today that will call themselves Haitian. Black people ruled everywhere. I'm saying black, but we're talking about the Israelites. Now what happened? The Romans, the Greeks at different times ruled. What happened? They took over society. What happened? They rewrote history and they changed images literally. They did this literally. In this picture, you see a Caucasian man lightening up artwork. When you go to Europe, you will see more actual depictions of the Israelites as being dark. Why in the Americas you don't see it as much? You shall know the truth and it shall make you free from your God. Now when you read this, it says image of the beast. The white man is a beast, he's an animal, he's a serpent, he's a dragon according to the Bible.
Right.
Because they deceive our people.
Right.
Now when you read this, you'll understand this picture was actually made by Leonardo da Vinci.
Right.
Leonardo da Vinci had sex with the guy that they painted, Caesar Borgia. So a lot of our people, like you said, think this is true, that this homosexual that also had sex with his sister is Christ. That's crazy as hell.
What?
Are we kidding? That's why we need to know the truth to make us free.
Right.
But we don't pick up books and read. Excuse me, man. Can we ask you a question? You know why? A lot of our people, I don't know why people are scared of us when we bring out truth. We just talked about the kids, right? Do you think these kids are going to identify this with Christ? Are these kids, do they know what Christ look like? Do the kids know what Jesus Christ looks like? What do you look like? Tell them to tell her. Come over here, come over here. We got it right here. Which one is Christ? Watch this. Where you going, bro? This guy is leaving after you said that this guy right here is Christ. That's why people will stay destroyed, because they don't understand how important knowledge is. They want to stay little boys and not understand how to become men.
Bring it out.
What you say? What does Christ look like? Now, I heard what she said. What you say?
Keep points the black one.
That's wrong.
Keep points the black
She's not right.
Keep points the black one.
Where you from, man?
Africa.
All right, what part of Africa? Okay, Cameroon. On this sign, right, at the bottom, you'll see that our people, the Israelites, were scattered all over the world, to Africa, to China, to Japan, to the Philippines, to Hawaii, on slave ships. We went to Africa. Then they changed what our Savior looks like. That's what he looks like. Do you believe it? Do you believe that God is black? You believe it? If we told you that, would you believe us?
I know that God is me, God is me.
But do you think that he's black or you think he's white?
I don't know.
Let's read it for you so you know and so your kids know. That's what we talk about. How do we teach our kids the truth?
My mother teach me that black.
Your mother was wrong. My mother was wrong. Your mother was wrong. Your mother was wrong. But it was wrong. Do you believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
So we're going to show you what Christ looked like and God. Which one you want first, God or Christ?
I don't know. I don't want them.
Oh, see that? So how are we going to raise our kids if they're not going to know the truth? If your mother taught you that, you're going to teach them the same lie?
Somebody like you.
Oh, so you're going to teach them a lie. You're not going to use the Bible. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, to be good to people.
That's it. Oh, okay. To be good to people. Like these people that did this to us, we want to be good to them, right?
Bring it out.
We want to be good to them? That's what you're going to teach them? What y'all think? Sisters right here, what y'all think? Should we be good to all people? Damn, no answer for your brothers, huh? That's crazy. That's why God said this. Give me Hosea chapter 4 and 6. Y'all see what just happened here? We dealt with a family. They were instructed that this thinking is incorrect. The young man that came up and talked to the officer told him that this is what Christ looked like, incorrect. We going over the psyche of how we get to think these things. He stayed to hear that, but then he leaves. That's the cycle that's going to continue for our people. Believe it or not, pay attention, both of y'all. Pay attention, bro. God recorded that some of our people are not going to wake up from sleep.
Right.
You know what's going to happen to them? So what is he doing? He's putting brothers on the corner that come from the hood to teach the hood, to condemn the same people, not us condemning. The Bible's going to condemn them because they didn't listen.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support